Okay, go.
This is Geezer Economics 101. And it is because I'm a geezer, at least that's what some people think, and because when you get to be a geezer, you've learned a lot of things in the course of life. The other title for this economics lesson could be that just because it's pretty doesn't mean it's any good. So, see my pretty Cadillac? I like this Cadillac. This is a geezer car. And see the Crown Victoria built by Ford that I gave my daughter when I snatched up her Prius. But there's a few things I'd like to show you. You see this engine? It's not very pretty, but it's the original engine of this car. The original engine. The alternator is the original alternator. The radiator and the radiator fountain reservoir is the original reservoir. The water pump is original. The only thing that's not original on this car is the battery that I just changed a couple of days ago. The transmission is original. Oh, this is original. The only thing that's not original is the hose. I replaced the hose once. Oh, I have had to change a light bulb or two, and I did have to change the turn signal. Here's the important part. It has 357,000 miles. 357,000. It's built by Ford. Look at my pretty Cadillac. It's sparkly silver. I love my Cadillac. It's comfortable. Well, let's look inside the Cadillac. See that company over there? See this engine? It is the second engine of this car. The second one. See this radiator? It is the third radiator of this car. You see this power steering unit? It is the second power steering unit. You see these mounts? It's the second mount. The heater core, the second heater core. The water pump, the second water pump.
The wonderful folks in such nice ways told me that the reason my transmission was leaking because it's 200,000 miles old. Oh, 350,000, 200,000, and it's about to die. They're surprised that I got across the street. So I have had Crown Vics that go 500,000 miles and are still going. Here's the deal. Why would any sane human buy a car like this that can't go not half the distance that this car can? Why? The only reason why is because you're an old geezer that likes pretty things.
Is it recording now? Oh. So now we have this brand new, I call it, Stab the Young in the Back Act, or Drain Their Blood Act, or Stick an Ice Pick in the Young's Eyeballs Act. Now the Republicans call it Obamacare. I don't know why they called it Obamacare. Maybe because they care about Obama. But as Chris Christie said, there are no innocents here. None. None. Take it from a geezer that has watched this all play out. The light went out.
Which light?
I don't know. I don't know
It's
anything
still
about
recording.
Ah, okay. So here, Chris Christie is the only one who has told you any truth about anything. And not that I'm going to vote for the guy, but let me tell you about Chicago mouthpieces. They've been mouthpieces since the days of Al Capone, and it didn't change with this new president. You ever listen to his conversations? You ever listen to his answers? You ever get an answer to his answers? So here's the deal with Obamacare. Let's go to the so-called good guys first, like Paul Ryan and all the rest of them. They always say, well, the answer is more jobs. The job creators who don't want to pay any taxes, they don't want to pay their fair share. Their corporations don't want to pay their fair share. They shuffle all their money overseas. They play games with the tax thing so they don't have to pay any taxes. There's a whole bunch of corporations paid no taxes at all. And billions of dollars of profit. Billions, billions. So what's the deal? Well, I guess Paul Ryan is going to go to the Chinese and say, we want our jobs back. Please give us our jobs back. Please, 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 please. We need some jobs. We need to make more than chopsticks. Please give us our jobs back. Well, what do you think the Chinese are going to say? Yeah, we'll give you jobs back. Sure, why not? That's the deal. You know why the Chinese have the jobs? Because they're communists. You see, that's the Republicans and the Tea Party. That's what they don't like Obamacare. It's because it's socialism. Socialism. And the job creators, holy moly, they don't want nothing to do with socialism. They gave all your jobs to the Chinese communists. That's where Obama and his staff went wrong. They're not communists. They're only socialists, like the Swedes. There's one company in China that has 1 million employees. 1 million. You know why the job creators gave the communists all those jobs? Well, because the American working class for the last 50 years got tired of being mind-deafed, chopped to pieces, burned. They wanted affordable health care. They didn't want the land and the earth and the water they drink and the fish that swim in the sea and the rivers. They didn't want it all poisoned. That's why they had regulations. Holy moly, the job creators. Oh, no! Regulations! We want to poison the earth. We love poison for the people. So what do? They take the jobs from you because you want to be a socialist. Ooh. Turned off.
Turn off. Still recording, see? Back to Cadillac.
I'm finished with Cadillac.
Oh.
Cadillac, why would you want to buy a car that doesn't last as long as the other car? For less. Just because it's pretty? That's why you old geezers end up with those girls that suck you dry and kill you before they do. So the point of it is early 1900s, there were a bunch of people in this country that died. That's after the Europeans came over here and killed everybody else. They died. Why did they die? Well, the job creators, they wanted coal, but they didn't want safe working conditions. After all, they got plenty of miners to send down there, and if they die, well, we get some more. So they couldn't bury people in this country anymore. They couldn't poison them anymore. They couldn't burn them up anymore. Well, guess what? The communists, the good job creator buddies, they can do all of that. What the heck? And then they can play little games with their little arrangements. And they can give the jobs to the Bangladeshis and burn them up. Nobody complains. I mean, you don't care. You buy the clothes. Holy moly. We boycotted the grape thing, but we can't get anybody to boycott the entire clothing industry. You could buy all your clothes in the used clothing stores. American made maybe 40 years ago, but the clothes still work. No, you want the latest style. You don't care if the people that put it together are getting burned up or buried or chopped to pieces or die young or they're 5 years old when they're sewing your stuff together. No, you don't care. Well, just because it's pretty doesn't mean it's any good. So now what about Stab in the Back the Young Act? You think all of these mistakes are an accident? None of them are an accident. The majority of this act was sitting in President Pelosi's desk. Oh, we got a new shill. We got a new shill. And he'll convince those people out there, to go along with our game. And our game is, well, holy moly, we got to protect the insurance industry. But we run out of money. What do? We suck the blood of the young. So, if you would like some more economic analysis from an old geezer that's been around for a while and really, really knows what's going on, let us know. Bye-bye. That's my pretty daughter.